Welcome to the Sunday Update. Nath Gardner with you. The Coalition is promising subsidies for couples to store eggs, sperm and embryos. The $53 million policy is targeted at cancer patients and those who could pass a genetic disease onto a newborn, while Labor is promising new economic measures to improve pay equality for women. Former Prime Minister John Howard, meantime, has taken aim at the Labor leader, calling Anthony Albanese a left-wing inner-city bomb thrower who lacks any policy substance. A Queensland family has reunited with the toddler of missing woman Tani Shanks. 2-year-old Adeline was found on the streets of the Mexican resort town Cancun and is now with her uncle and grandmother. The 32-year-old mother hasn't been seen for almost a week now, and her husband remains missing. Home loan experts are urging those in the market for a home to double-check their pre-approval with the banks. With a further hike in interest rates tipped before the end of the year, this will lead to more expensive mortgage payments and less money being loaned by the banks. Rate City's researcher Sally Tyndall says that'll slam the brakes on the property market.
When people go to the bank to ask them how much that they can borrow for a property, they're going to find that it gets less and less and less as interest rates rise because you're paying more money to your bank in interest.
Mother's Day today, and researchers found swapping flowers or chocolates for a more practical gift is the best way to support a first-time mum. 500 mums took part in a survey by the Australian Breastfeeding Association, finding they'd prefer household assistance over a traditional present. Briefly, French President Emmanuel Macron has been sworn in for a second 5-year term. Mental health organisation Headspace has found 42% of young people believe social media is harming their mental well-being. And researchers are developing a new blood test that could help identify the return of breast cancer. To sport now, Essendon has upset the Hawks by 27 points in the AFL. Not many would have tipped the Bombers to get up 108-81. Don's coach Ben Rutten says considering they had 5 late changes, it was a special win.
I thought just the resilience of the guys, and it was really, a lot of it was about just how we can stay connected, how we can continue to look to play our way, regardless of score, regardless of time on the clock, regardless of the situation.
The other Saturday night match saw the Lions continue on their winning ways, brushing aside the struggling Eagles by 75 points. While in the NRL, wins to Manly, the Roosters and the Cowboys. And at the Miami Grand Prix, Sergio Perez was fastest in final practice. Aussie Daniel Ricciardo well back in the field at 13th. And for even more sports news, make sure you check out the Sports Update. You'll find it wherever you're listening to this show. To entertainment news now, former child star Fred Savage, who starred as Kevin in The Wonder Years, has been fired as executive producer and director in the show's reboot, following multiple complaints of misconduct. Former Wiggles manager Paul Field, he's the brother of longtime Wiggle Anthony, has launched a new kids' music brand, calling it Peachy Keen. And after raking in more than $90 million on its opening day, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is set to become box office's biggest debut of the year so far. And we'll see you tomorrow morning for another episode of The Update.